Farm Girl friend. Welcome to Farm Girl Fitness.
Today's our first episode, and whenever you start, you got to begin with accountability. So today we're going to take measurements. We're going to know, I know. We got to figure out where we are in order to set the goals to where we want to be. And once you've taken responsibility for where you're at, then you have the power to change the future. So we got a lot to do today. So let's head into Little Red Barn.
All right, Corey, here we go.
Okay.
The evaluation. I have
All
to
right.
get out of my clothes, right?
Yes. They no longer fit.
Me and a close friend could get in here, I guess.
Yeah, maybe the two of us. There we go.
All right, now this is, it's thinner.
Yeah, it's thinner, but it's a little big. So we're
still
going to
big.
maintain your modesty here.
That's all right.
So we're going to go ahead and start with your chest.
That's what they all say.
Claire's going to help us with the tape measure here.
Everybody who knows Claire knows that that's totally in character.
All right. Write that down. Got our first measurement. Here you go. I'll show you. We don't have to announce it to the world, but you'll know where you're at.
That's
Fine.
okay. That's
look good?
way better than it's been.
Awesome.
I'll say we may have already said because this is out of order, but I'm already down 50 pounds.
Awesome.
So that was a much worse number. So
wow.
but we got a ways to go.
Okay. All right, so I like to do 2 waist measurements.
Okay.
I like to measure where your natural waist is. When you put your hands on your hips, kind of your natural waist. And I also like to go down a little further, like right where the belly button is. Yeah. Because kind of we have like 2 measurements, especially ladies as we get older. We kind of like, you know, a little extra tummy, a little lower. So we
and you know, things have come off fairly evenly, but that tummy is sticky.
Okay, so put your hands on your waist. Let me see where we're at. Right about there. Okay, and that gives us just another point of measure. And Claire is helping with the tape measure.
Adding to the degree of difficulty. All right, kitten.
Okay, there we go. All right. I have to get naked.
Yay!
No naked, no naked.
You have your own show. You can do it any way you want.
Exactly. No naked. Okay, so where's your belly button? Right there. Okay, so we're going a little bit lower. And Claire's going to help again. Thank you, Claire.
Ouch!
Oh, naughty kitty. Okay. Yeah, I'm glad we did 2 measurements because it's good to have these 2. Okay.
They're very different, I bet.
Yeah, they are. But good. It's good to be able to see. We'll have a point of measurement. I mean, you can look at the scale. You can look at inches. You can look at body fat percentage. And sometimes, you know, when you're putting on muscle, it weighs more, and you get really discouraged because the scale says the same. But look, you lost 4 inches on your waist.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
So now we're going to do the hips.
Well, in clothes, you know, practically speaking, it's about what to wear.
Yeah.
You know.
We'll go ahead and we'll just lift that up just so we don't have that with the
I don't
britches
need
here.
extra bulk.
No extra bulk.
I got plenty of my own bulk.
So we measure around the fullest part of the chest. We measure around your natural waist. We measure around your belly button. And then we measure around the fullest part of your hips.
Okay. You know, I think this is important. Not only can you track your progress, but there's something freeing about just facing the facts. You know, just own up to where you are. Just say, hey, this is where I am. This is not where I'm going to stay.
Okay, so what we're going to do is I like to measure about from the top of your knee, go up about 6 or 7 inches, just depending on how long your legs are. And then that's your point of reference, because legs tend to be tapered no matter what your size is.
That's really true.
And this gives you a point of reference of just making sure you come back to that same size.
Good idea.
Okay, so we're going to go right here. Thank you for your help, Miss Claire. Both sides.
Symmetry. It's
Sometimes
overrated.
I can actually tell if you're left-handed or right-handed, depending on your measurements.
I believe that because, you know, until I broke my ankle, I'm sure I used one leg more than the other.
All right, and you're very symmetrical. Excuse me.
How about that?
Kitty. Okay, now this, we will go ahead and bare your arms, because we're going to go ahead and measure your arms and then go ahead and pull the sleeve up nice and easy. Will it come all the way up for you?
We'll see. I've got my monitor on here, too. It's hiding.
Yeah, and you use the
Body Media.
The Body Media.
They have a couple of different models. This one's called Link, just because I think it syncs with your phone and your computer and stuff like that. So I can even.
I've got my little Fitbit on.
Yeah.
And it syncs with my phone too in my eating.
Wired for sound.
Wired.
All right, I'm going to take it off for a moment.
There you go. Okay, so let's see. And I do the same thing from here. I measure down the same. So I come down. That's going to be right where I'm going to measure. Okay, let's just go ahead and All right, we're still not going to get naked, but we're going to take it. Wow, look at that. Holy moly, there's a little arm hiding under that big sleeve.
Ah.
We may have to pull the sleeve out. We may get slightly modest here. We're going to pull the sleeve. We're going to pull the arm out of the sleeve.
Okay.
I'm going to block the view of the nakedness. There you go. We're going to measure just an arm. That's all we got going here. Come down, same thing.
It's my sports bra. Let's just pretend it's like a...
It's a sports bra. We're good. Okay. Same thing. Come down from the top of the shoulder, about 7 inches. You want the same amount so you can measure. Okay. All right, good. Arm back in. Now we're to the other side.
Nakedness!
Nakedness, but, you know, covered up nakedness. Not too revealing. Whee! There we go. There's the arm. We're going to come down. We're going to measure. Okay, perfect.
Even Steven?
Even Steven.
Upper body, you know, working on the farm, my upper body strength is actually probably part of my best, or it's better than it was when I lived in the suburbs, that's for sure. A lot of weight work with farm work, more than aerobic work.
Yeah, definitely. We're going to do body fat percentage, and we do kind of have to get a little bit naked to do that. So we're going to take a break right now, and I'm going to pinch, and then we'll be right back. This is another way to measure progress, and we're going to measure how many sit-ups you can do in a minute, and we're going to measure how many push-ups you can do in a minute.
Oh, good grief. The first one will be better than the second one. I'm very sure of that.
The good thing is that it's just a point of measure.
Right.
So if you can't do any, that's okay. And I've actually been there. You know, I was on bed rest 118 days. And when I got off bed rest, I had gained over 60 pounds.
Gosh.
I know. And I couldn't walk to the mailbox to get my mail. And I live in town. I'm not a farm girl. I live in town. So the walk to my mailbox is really short.
Yeah.
I would have to stop on the steps to catch my breath because I was out of breath.
Yeah.
You know, and I couldn't do a single sit-up. Couldn't even lift my head. So it's just your measure. Where we're at. And then we come back later and we measure and we get to see our progress. Another way of seeing where you go. So I'm going to use my phone. I'm going to set my timer for 1 minute. And if you're doing this at home, just go ahead and get someone to hold your feet. And if you can't do one, it's okay. Don't worry about it. We are going to do a full sit-up. And I'm going to set this clock. Find the timer. Set it for 1 minute. Okay. And it'll start when you start.
Okay.
I'm going to hold your feet, so make sure you feel good and comfortable.
Yeah, now you tell me how much is a sit-up. Do I have to put my hands here?
Just like back in high school, hands behind your head.
Okay.
And we want to come all the way up. Oh, there we go. 1.
Like that?
Yep, perfect. 2.
You know what?
You know what? That might be it. They might just be fatigued.
This is pathetic.
It's not pathetic. It's our starting point, and it's good.
Good. We have room to grow.
Room to grow.
Man.
Okay. So now we're going to do push-ups, and we get to do...
I told you I was done.
Sore. Okay, so we get to do girly push-ups. So if you'll sit right here, I'll demonstrate.
Okay. Get out of the way.
Okay. So what we're going to do is you're going to come down on your hands and knees, and walk your hands out and cross your knees. And you're going to be flat as a plank.
Cross your ankle, okay.
You got the ankles crossed. Come down and press up. Down and press up. Okay?
Got it.
It's however many you can do in that minute. Now you don't want your bottom up. You don't want to be rocking back and forth. Just a nice plank.
Be honest in your form.
Be honest. Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
She says.
Okay.
All right.
We'll come right here.
How's that? Is that the plank?
Yep. That's perfect. Yep, I can tell. I can see. Let's see if we can... Yep, you need smaller clothes, girl. Okay, ready?
Ready.
And begin. 1, 2, 3, 7.
I think I'm done.
Okay. We got about 40 more seconds.
Oh.
So just rest. If you want to try and do 1 or 2 more, you can. But if you feel like that's just it, we're good.
Well, let's take a break, if we got time. Claire, help me. Help me, kitty. I can't do any more. Let me see if I can do it.
Give me a Claire. Let's see if Mommy can do a few more.
Oh, gosh.
Okay.
All right.
All right, we'll call it a day. 14.
Woo!
Okay, now we know where we're starting. Good job.
Smell the cat box, too. That's not very inspiring. Oh, my gosh. Okay.
Okay. All right, let's write these down.
Oh, you guys, you know I love you if I'll do this in front of you.
So we did 8 and 14. So 8 sit-ups and 14 push-ups. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and look and we'll get your body fat. No, I'll do your, check my
Your math?
my math, and we'll figure out your body fat percentage and what percentage you are as far as where you fall in your how many sit-ups and push-ups you can do compared to your peers. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, Cindy, so this morning we got into the Red Barn, pulled out the tape measure,
Yep.
and we did some measurements.
Yes.
And, you know, these measurements are just, they're where we're starting.
Right.
And
right.
this just lets us know where we're going to go. So the first thing is, number one, we're going to become accountable.
Yeah, yeah. You know, it's always something you can be afraid of or you can, again, embrace. And let's just draw a line, friend, and start from here. It's just going to get better.
That's right. So you did that 6 months ago. You're down 50 pounds, and now we're going to add fitness, and we're going to work on diet. So we're going to start with where we're at. So the first thing we did is we're going to measure your chest.
Right.
Measure the fullest part of your chest, and you've lost a couple inches there that you know of. We did your waist, upper and lower, you know, your natural waist and around the belly button. We did your arms about 6-7 inches down from your shoulder. We did your thighs about 6-7 inches up from the top of your knee. And then we did the fullest part of your hips. So we got those earlier. Then we did some pinching. Now, if you don't have someone who can do pinching to do body fat percentage, there's scales. You can do a handheld scale. You can do, you can go online and there's a little math program. You just do in your height and your weight and your age and whether you're athletic, and it figures out what your body fat percentage is. It's a really good estimate. It's really not so important what that number is as to see the changes in it and just to take accountability. This is where I'm starting and where am I today and how much have I made my progress. It's just another way to measure. Then we also did your sit-ups and push-ups, which was great. Okay, so your sit-ups, you know, you did 8, but that's okay. Some people can do none. Some people can do 20. It's just where we're starting. And that puts you, your sit-ups put you in the 15th percentile compared to your peers. So, you know.
I got a ways to go.
Got a ways to go, but it's a great starting spot. Your push-ups, you did better. You were in the 50 percentile. You did 14, and for your age, that put you in the 50 percentile. So, you know, you're middle of the road.
Feed sacks, lifting. You know, I told you my arms are pretty good from the farm.
And you can see the difference.
Yes.
You know, you're not using your tummy to lift those.
The abs, are getting by.
Fantastic.
For some
So
reason.
we're gonna catch up on that. And then we have your body fat percentages at the beginner level. So we know you're at the beginner level, and, and that's great. We're just gonna go forward.
Thank goodness
here.
we started 50 down. Oh my gosh, I don't even want to think about it.
So I'm so excited to know where these measurements are and where we're going. I'm so excited to be here on your 6-month anniversary, on your 50 pounds down day.
Very excited.
Wow, this is like super day.
Yep.
So we're gonna just kick off this, and it's gonna be great.
It's gonna be fun. We just want to encourage you. The thing that I want to take away at this point, this celebration day, is that I'm just so grateful. I had given up hope. I had a fairly successful life. I had a lot of friends. People loved the farm. Everything was great. I was in complete denial about how much weight I actually had put on and how much I was carrying around. And as long as I avoided cameras and mirrors, I could live in that denial place, you know. But a lot of things came together in my life recently, and I had to face it. And it was scary, and it was humbling, and it was sad. And I'm not ready to give up this way of life. So it was time to do something. And there is hope. It really can happen.
It really can, and I'm so excited to be with you on this journey and to be a part of it and to come back just as friends and to come back as partners in Farm Girl Fitness. It's going to be so much fun, and to invite you to come along on this journey with us. And we're just going to take an evaluation of where we're at and where we want to be, and we're going to go forward from here. And it's just going to be a great ride.
Absolutely.
Tractor ride, but a great ride.
A tractor ride. I love that. I love that. All right, friends, follow us on Facebook. We've got a Facebook group, Farm Girl Fitness. Search that and join the group and come along for the ride. We'll see you next week.
Yeah.